Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and today I'm going to be reviewing the Black Friday soundtrack. And also, I have my Wiggly with me. I was fortunate enough to see Black Friday live in show, and it was great. It was an amazing show, and it was so amazing to see live. I couldn't believe I actually did that. So I went with my friend and my mom, and saw it, and it was amazing. I did do stage door, and I waited, and I met some of the cast. I didn't get to meet all of them because some of them were sick and they couldn't come out, so that's all right. But it was very fun otherwise. Today, I'll be doing the soundtrack. So I have the soundtrack in front of me. I've obviously seen it live. I've listened to it a dozen times. Going through the songs, what I like about them and stuff, and then I'm gonna put them in my favorites. So first with the prologue, I'm gonna play the little snippet they have on iTunes. So this basically is just what happens in the beginning of the show. So you'll hear this in the YouTube version, and when you heard this at the very beginning. And this really, is obviously to set the tone of the show and how eerie, and kind of just like, not really sure. So, yeah. So that's just an interesting one. Obviously, nobody's singing in that. The prologue, it doesn't really have much to it, but it does set the tone of the show very well. All right, next is the Tickle Me Wiggly jingle. So this is the very actual song, and it kind of explains, what this Tickle Me Wiggly doll is and everything. And obviously you have Joey as your main person. He's Uncle Wily, so he's doing the most of it. And then you have the rest of the cast in the background as the Sniggles. Hey, it's Jamie Lynn Beatty right there. Joey.
Down in Drowsy Town, sleeping the dream and asleep for the dead. How are we gonna wake him up, Uncle Wiley? Oh, you'll just have to make up your own Wiggly this Black Friday. Come on, kids, come together around. Water for you, turn that frown. He's a friendly friend through thick and blue. 'Cause Wiggly wiggles with you.
So that pretty much just explains the Wiggly, and it's like a big kind of commercial setting. And this guy, when I bought him, he was actually $50, which was insane. But why not? So Jeff Blim, who's also in the show, wrote the music and the lyrics and stuff for the whole show, and did for The Guy Who Did Musicals and Treadle Organ. And those are some of my favorite shows, and I love his music and his writing. It's just amazing. Like, listening to it is insane sometimes, and how like complex the music is. And everybody's voices go so well together in this show that it just makes it all the better. So this is pretty, it kind of sets a happy tone for the beginning of the show, It's like, oh, this is his toy, this is big toy, Black Friday, and stuff like that. And everybody goes crazy over this toy. So it kind of just sets up, the big kind of main thing of the show. So next is What Tim Wants, and this is a solo from Dylan Saunders. Dylan Saunders is one of my favorite singers from Starcade. He has such a nice tone to his voice, and he does this like vibrato all the time that I love it. So this is his first song. He has another song at the end.
I couldn't hold him still to teach him guitar.
With that, it cut off, but yeah, you can just hear his angelic voice, and it's just amazing. I love listening to it. He makes you, when he sings, he really gets you in your feels, and he's very an emotional singer. It's so good. It really sets the tone for his character. All right, next, California. This one is with Angela and Robert. Angela plays Lex, who's one of the main characters, and Robert plays Ethan, which is Lex's boyfriend. And they want to leave Hatchetfield and move to California. So this was a fun song, and Robert, an amazing singer, and this is Angela's first Star Kids show, so I was interested to see. I love both of their characters. Lex is a very well-played character. Ethan doesn't stick around very long. Spoilers, but whatever. So this isn't like super high up my list. There's 18 songs, by the way, so but it's you know, these beginning songs are kind of just setting tones for the show and like what's gonna happen, kind of thing. And so this is, what do you say? So this is when everybody's lined up in front of Toy Zone, the toy store there in Hatchetfield at the mall, and everybody's lined up, and Tom Houston, who Dylan Saunders plays, and Becky Barnes, who Kim Whalen. This is Kim Whalen's first Star Kids show. And they were high school sweethearts. They went to high school, they were in a relationship, and they haven't seen each other in a few years. So they meet up in line and they bump into each other and they're like, oh my gosh, like I haven't seen you in forever. So it's kind of that, and everybody's like, and everybody knows who they are, and so they're like, oh, what's gonna happen?
It's not as hot as she used to be, but that look in her eyes is coming back. All those years they had fun, but they're both on the sales rack. They are spent, they are cooked, they are done. Wait, something's on his mind. Will he opine? Hold on, it's way too painful for Tom, or maybe for Beck, or maybe for me. What do you say when you love each other? What do you say when years have passed? What do you say when there's no more buffer? What do you say? What do you say?
That one's funny. It provides a lot of comedic relief, and it was kind of funny. Not and Lauren Linda, who plays Linda, has this line that that's like, someone's like, "This is a train wreck." She's like, "My favorite." Like the posh like in this character is so funny, and like it's fun to watch a train wreck like this sometimes. So it's really funny, and there's just like moments in this song where it's just kind of like you feel in the moment, but it's also just like funny because of the lyrics in the song and the choreography from the actors. So that's I would say that's a fun song, but it's a good song. I can laugh at that one a lot. All right, so next one is Our Doors Are Open. This is when the store's finally opening. So Corey Doris, who plays Frank, who's the head manager of the store, comes out and is like, hey, yo, we're opening. I want money. Like, buy everything. Like, this is like, he loves Black Friday. He wants the money from people buying his toys. And then Angela's also in this because Lex works at Toy Zone, the store they're at. And so she also has this, but it's a full cast song.
Doors are open to the public. Don't you want it? For us capitalists, we are honest. Come for the scope and grandeur. 'Cause our doors are open. Trampling is part of the allure.
So that one's also kind of fun. Corey's such he's a good comedic actor in this. And so seeing like his character plays it very well, and seeing that come out, kind of that greed and everything from money, is obviously displayed throughout the song and throughout the show. And it's interesting, like the different styles and stuff that Jim creates with the songs and the lyrics and stuff. Our Doors Are Open. This is honestly pretty low on my list. It's not a favorite. It's a good song, but it's obviously not one of my favorites. Next one, Feast or Famine. This is one of my favorites, easily. So this is when everybody's, getting angry. They all want a Wiggly, and they can't get it, so they're all fighting over it. So this song. It's
A lifetime that is handed to you. There's always a line to be cut and someone to barrel through. And if you should find that you're about to get the short of a stick, take what you want, return what you get. Let go, just let go. Do you have a death wish? Just die, just die, die. It's time to die. You made my Christmas list.
yeah. So that one, that's one of my favorite. I really like the songs in here that are like complex, and you hear those you hear the harmonies, and like you're able to hear like everybody's like different voice and the tone of their character like in the song, and this is like I love hearing the music and stuff, and I love the scene in general when everybody's fighting over stuff. The choreography is so good in this that like it just, everything kind of goes together, and this, you know, obviously sets the thing for like fighting and stuff. Like this is insane. Like this, like, and you can hear the music and the pianos and everything, just like you can hear it going up and down like a scale, and it's like, it's insane. Complexity of like this song in general is really what I like about this album and about other songs. I can't say enough about it. Like, it's so good. Okay, next song, Monsters and Men. So this one is Jeff Blim, who wrote the show. Like I said, Kurt Mega, his first show. You have John Mattinson, Jamie Lynn Beatty, James Tolbert, this is his first Starkid show, being in a Starkid show, but he's choreographed multiple other ones. Like, he choreographed Guy Who Lit Musicals and a bunch of others. So it's nice to see him actually in a show. So you have General McNamara, who is in Guy Who Didn't Like Musicals. He's back, and he's telling the president, like, hey, like, you gotta stop this. You gotta stop Wiggly. Like, this is a problem.
Sometimes you gotta make your case. You gotta step into the black and white and needle that thread. 'Cause there are monsters and there are men. There are monsters that live in your head.
So you can hear, and I thought this was so interesting. I didn't recognize it when I was in the show, but as I was watching it on YouTube, the drum rolls in it are very, you know, like, you hear that a lot with like military bands and stuff, and like the marching, and when they like march and go into battle and stuff, it's very kind of a well-known iconic thing for military, and so to put that in there was very creative. And next one, and that's the end of Act 1. So the next one is Deck the Halls of Northville High. This is the beginning of Act 2, and this is like the movie that's playing in the movie theater at the mall. Yeah, so this, as I'm listening to it back right now, very High School Musical-esque kind of tone to it with the rock and stuff, but and I'm kind of disappointed in myself. I put this song kind of low. Next one, Take Me Back. So this one is mostly Dylan and Kim, Tom and Becky, and they're kind of rekindling their relationship, and the feeling and the love for each other is coming back, and it's very emotional. And Kim and Dylan's like voices like go so well together. Like I was listening to this song and it gave me chills, and it was insane. Kim has such an amazing voice. Like, ugh. Yeah, so like, so that's where you heard the voices separately, and like together. Oh, like I said, it gave me the chills. Like every time I listen to the song, it's amazing, and I just, the song was just so good. Like Kim and Dylan together. Like, please work together another time somewhere so I can listen to their voices again. It was amazing. So next song, Adore Me. Oh, finally we're here. So Lauren Lopez, my favorite star kid, plays Linda Monroe. She has two songs where she's kind of leading, and this is the first one, Adore Me. So she has become the mother, or Wiggly's prophet, to lead everybody to, you know, go to Wiggly and follow Wiggly. And so this is her like kind of thing, kind of getting everybody's like you know, everybody's paying attention to her, and she's just like, yes, give it to me, like love me, adore me. And that's what the song is exactly called.
Yes, I demand your love and worship too. If I don't get it, I will end you, 'cause I will be adored.
Yeah, so there's also some comedic moments in this song too that are funny, but it's interesting in the song you don't really hear Lauren is, for most of the show, she's recognizable as this more higher soprano voice, and in this show she doesn't. She sings more in her lower range, which honestly, like, I love too. Like, you kind of heard it when back in Firebringer. Sorry, I couldn't think of the show. Back in Firebringer, it's in that show, but here in Black Friday you really do get to see it more. But she does so well with Linda. Linda is literally like my favorite character of hers now after seeing this show. It's insane. For me, that's also like that's a fun one that I enjoy, and that's one that stuck with me. That's one of the songs that stuck with me after I saw the show live for the first time. So next one is Do You Want to Play? So this is strictly Kim and Dylan, and they're trying to find Hannah, who is Lex's younger sister, because Hannah has a Wiggly doll, and they're obviously taken over with a Wiggly spell and want this doll. So they're trying to lure her in, and this is kind of their way of doing it.
Becky, look over there.
Do you want to play with me? Lovely girl, do you want some candy? My lovely girl,
I want you to come here so we can play. Let's play some games. Let's play some games today.
Yeah, so you can hear like, and I love like the types of songs like this where you have people singing literally like they're not singing the same lyric, and they're different notes. Like their voices go so well together, and Kim's, like, their voices in this, like they sing so well, like it's this soothing, and it is very alluring, which is obviously the point of the song. But like it's just like this soothing tone and like smooth, like you don't like hear like any like vibrato. It's very like long legato, and it's just that's a good one. It's a short song, but like it's really good. Okay, so the next one is Made in America. So this is Joey, who plays Uncle Wiley, and Kurt Mega, who plays President Goodman. And President Goodman is in the black and white to try and stop Wiggly, and Uncle Wiley, played by Joey, comes up and is like, you don't get the point, like, and he kind of just explains this, and it's a good song, and it kind of like points out a lot of the issues with America. And Joey has this monologue that goes with it right before he sings the song. So this song is called Made in America.
Well, that's all it takes when you're made in America. In a valley of silicon. Welcome to Wiggly Shop, your America assembly line. We got toys and trucks and big fat butts that'll help you pass the time.
Yeah, so like, and you hear like also like moments in the song, and that's why Jeff Blim is like such a good writer. Is you hear in the background like the sounds of like toys and stuff, and like you know, obviously like they're in a toy store, so that makes sense. But like the toys and stuff that point out like, you know, the message of the song and the whole scene in general. And I think like that just makes Jeff Blinn, like that's what makes him such a good, you know, songwriter and stuff. So that's fun. Okay, so the next one is Black Friday. So Black Friday is, so Sherman Williams, played by Jamie Lynn Beatty, is in the middle of killing Lex, played by Angela. I don't know how to pronounce her last name. I'm really sorry, and I don't want to butcher it. So pretty much this is Lex's kind of realization, like that she's dying, and like all this kind of led up to this, and it's very sad, depressing song, and it's the title song. It's called Black Friday.
'Cause Friday is black for me. The dreamer has dreamed her dream. When Friday is black, there's no turning back. 'Cause Friday is black for me. Is there some lesson to learn? Should I never have wanted? I never even got started. Or were the decks always just this stacked? I mean, it's really a godsend. Clear my plans for the weekend. But there's nothing to subtract.
Yeah, so it's kind of this like angsty song, but this song is like super sad. Like she talks about like Hannah, her sister, and it's a depressing song, not gonna lie. And but to be honest, I didn't really connect with the song. I mean, I'm not like a depressed person, so I don't know if that's why or anything. I just, you know, don't have those emotions built up. And I mean, and I know some people who really like the song, they might have that, so they're making connection with that song, or they just like the song for what it is. But I like the song, I just didn't make a connection to it. But this is Angela's like solo song and stuff, so but it was very good. And like, you know, like this is really kind of revealed like Lex's feeling and how she felt about her sister and like kind of the whole situation she's in. The next song is Monsters and Men Reprise. And I like this better than the actual song Monsters and Men. I don't know why, but I do. And this is pretty much the shortest song. It's a minute long. But yeah, so this is basically Lex is still in the middle of being killed by Sherman Young. And General McNamara comes in and is like, you can't give up. So that's this. So it's,
I can show you the path, but only you can walk it. If Whitley is birthed, who knows what we've Time has run out.
yeah, I think just you kind of hear the whole cast in the back, you know, kind of singing the general lyrics of the song. Like, there are monsters and there are men. And then, you know, Jeff is singing this reprise with different lyrics and stuff, and that's what really hits in the moment for me, is like, and it's like he's not, and obviously it's like a different person, so it's a different moment. Like before he was with the president and now he's with Lex. And so it's kind of just a different moment for me, and it kind of just hit better, and I like the background harmonies with Jeff singing, like, that's great. All right, so next one, If I Fail You. So this is another Dylan song. This is the end where he's talking about his son Tim. So this is another thing at the end, like realizing that like if he gets this doll, he like won't be back, and it's gonna ruin his relationship with his son, and he wants his son. He still loves his son. So this is also one of the longer songs. It's 5 minutes. So here we go.
If I fail you one more time, the punishment won't match the crime, 'cause there's no pain that could ever explain how I let you down. And if I fail you one more time, the mountain I would have to climb is so high up that I would have to die. Oh,
yeah, so you kind of hear like tone in Dylan's voice again, like it's so good. Like Dylan is just such a good like emotional singer, and he really hits you in the feels when he sings these songs, and I just can't resist it. It makes you sad like it's supposed to, and that's on part of Dylan and part of Jim, like works amazing together. Next one is Wiggle. Oh my god. This song is like one of the funniest songs like in this show, and it's mostly because of the choreography. Like you have to watch it to understand what I'm saying. But this again is a Linda song, so it's Lauren who's mainly leading. So this is when Linda and her posse are kind of summoning Wiggly, and like he's coming, like this is it. So yeah, this is Wiggle.
Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle my way to his side, and I will know when darkness comes over Wiggly's kingdom that I'm the one who wrong what's right. My God awaits his cyclopean gateway, a portal that ushers in all sounds and sights unseen. Oh, he's my God, to love and to worship. Oh, it's my job to prepare for his birth.
Yeah, so like, and they just do this whole like kind of like sexy kind of like choreography to it, and it's the funniest thing ever. But like I said before, with Adore Me, is Lauren sings like, for this one it's a little higher, but it's like she's singing in her like lower areas, and I really like hearing that part of her voice, and this like, and I think it fits with the character too, the kind of the lower bit of her voice. But yeah, so this one is a good song, and there's a lot of harmonies, and there's a lot of like overlapping with lyrics and stuff like that, so that's a really interesting song to hear. And the last one, which is my favorite one, is What If Tomorrow Comes. So this is the ending song, and kind of just hits everybody who survived is out of the mall, whoever's not is burning in it because it got set on fire by Lex. And so this is Hannah. Hannah starts off and sings, and Hannah, played by Kendall, doesn't talk a lot throughout the show. It's kind of short bursts and stuff of, just like short phrases, sentences and stuff. And so this is her singing, so everybody like at the beginning is like, whoa, like you're singing and stuff like that. But I think Kendall has such an amazing voice. Like she's like 13, 14, and I wish I could sing like that. So this is a good song, and there's a lot of like repeating like lyrics and stuff that you have to keep like your timing right and stuff, and just like the harmonies and everything. It's a good song. So this is What If Tomorrow Comes.
And turn the light off. Do you all see what I see? What I know, what I see? Do you all see the memories? Tomorrow reminds me. Tomorrow will come, tomorrow won't come, tomorrow come today. Tomorrow will come, tomorrow won't come, will tomorrow come today? And turn the light off. What if tomorrow comes to break the dawn and take the night away? What if tomorrow comes to break the dawn and there's no one to stay? What if tomorrow? What if tomorrow?
What if tomorrow?
Comes to
What if
break?
tomorrow
What if tomorrow comes?
What if tomorrow comes? What if tomorrow comes to break the day and take the night?
So like this is just like like there's not too much complexity in the song, but like hearing everybody's voices, like literally like everybody's in the song and they're all singing the same stuff, and it's like really hit you. It gave me the chills because they're all so good and their voices like go so well together. And then Kendall is so good with this song, and this is obviously the only song she sings in the show, so like that just brings it all together. But like as a final song, amazing, not gonna lie. Like this was a great way to finish the show, and it kind of left you on a cliffhanger, so that also shows. But yeah, so one of my favorite songs. So with hearing all the songs now and going over what I like about them, let's add the list. First song, What If Tomorrow Comes. That is my favorite song, and this was hard to do my top ones. Second, Wiggle. 3, Adore Me. 4, Feast or Famine. 5, Take Me Back. 6, Made in America. 7, Do You Want to Play. 8, What Do You Say. 9, Black Friday. 10, If I Fail You. 11, California MIA. 12, Monsters and Men Reprise. 13, What Tim Wants. 14, Tickle Me Wiggly Jingle. 15, Our Doors Are Open. 16, Monsters and Men. 17, Deck the Halls of Northville High. And 18, Prologue. That kind of just goes last for me because it's like, what, 30 seconds and there's no words to it. So yeah. So that's kind of my list, and I love this show, and like there's no songs that I hate. Like I don't despise any of the songs. That's just the order in which like I like them and how they relate to me. So obviously people are gonna have different opinions. Every song every song is really good and stuff. But yeah, so that's the show, and you guys can buy the album on iTunes, and I believe it's also available for digital download if you go to their online store. So you can do that also. So, you know, support them and do this. I have it on my stuff. I bought off iTunes. I also have Apple Music, so it's available through that. So obviously I know they get some stuff through Apple Music because we have to pay a subscription. But I did have some extra iTunes money where I actually bought a few of the songs, so I can keep those if I don't have Apple Music anymore. But yeah, so that's it, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!